G'day everyone, my name's David Meyer. Welcome back to First Time Reefer TV. We're back at Nature Aquariums today down in Montalbert checking out their MAFA 101 day. It was too busy before, so there was too many people around, so I didn't bother doing a video. So now that it's a couple of people have left, we'll do a quick walk around, and I'm sure we'll chat to Shane in the background there. A few other guys, some really cool products here, so we'll speak to a couple of those guys and check them out. So you guys probably remember a couple of weeks ago we actually visited Nature Aquariums, and Shane's come down from Queensland. He's prepped their store for the MAFA 101 show, and the tanks are absolutely stacked with corals. So I'll show you some of the corals that they've got in, some of the clams that they've got in. Got heaps of distributors here. Got a couple of new tank series that George has got out the back from Aquariums Australia. Got Anthony from Delua here with the Pax Bellum reactor, MRC, some products. So we'll go check them out. I'll show you the corals now, and then we'll go have a chat to other people.
I didn't think we could fall in love, broken from the start, chained to our past. We had closed hearts. We are breaking free. It's just you and me. We might fall apart, but we're all in one. Can we break free? Can we break free? Can we break free? Can we?
Hey Blinny, we're with Mr. Delua. Fancy seeing him here. What are you doing looking at other people's tanks? No, just joking. What have you got for us, man?
Okay, a lot.
Come and show me. Should we go here or should we go over there?
Well, have a look here. This is the live version, the demo of the C30 Pax Bellum.
That's the big one, right?
This is the second biggest one. There's one
second
bigger,
biggest.
C36, 2,000 litres plus.
Yep.
This is a C30, pushing 1,500 to 2,000 litres.
Yep.
And then this is the prize giveaway, the little baby packs. Baby, but still good for 500 litres.
Yep.
And what else in the hood here? We've got the untuned Delua Hayman. We just chucked it in just to get it running. Gonna have an MRC reactor, probably running activated charcoal.
Yep.
Because your packs will do your nutrient export. And then I guess we can look at it over here. This is the MRC or Delua life support system.
Yep.
In full. So sump is optional.
Yep.
But you got your Beckett style skimmer.
Yep.
Pax Bellum reactor again.
Yep.
And
So let's go through. So that's your skimmer that you're bringing in.
Yes.
Right. So it's a Venturi.
No, Beckett.
Beckett
style
skimmer,
It
yep.
does need preferably a high pressure AC pump to run it.
Yep.
Skimmer like this, not your average Aquarius, it's more heavy bioload, heavy fish systems.
Yep.
Heavy feeding is what you'd use a skimmer like this for, definitely.
Yep.
And then your packs, obviously we just went through that, nutrient export, phosphates, nitrates, remove so much nutrient that you actually need to dose nitrates into the tank periodically. Yeah.
So it's a Kato reactor, right?
Kato reactor, yeah. Kato, Chato,
Yep.
whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Yep. Or any sort of macroalgae, really.
Yep, exactly.
With an internal light source.
Yes, heat sink as well. So the whole light bar and the top is a heat sink.
Yep.
all vacuum sealed all the way to the top. Goes straight in, so you can easily just clean both the LEDs if necessary and the piping. Wrap your keto around the pillars, let it grow out, and then harvest it every 2 weeks to a month depending on your load.
That's really cool.
It's a very clean way of running a system.
Really, really cool.
And
it looks like Iron Man's heart.
Iron Man's heart. I've got Iron Man's heart. Star Wars.
I think if you had that on a tank, like you'd have to have it on display. Sure.
Yeah, it's best to run it opposite photo periods at night time.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it won't be there when the tank's on.
Yeah.
But still, so you can see what's going on in the window there and from the top as well.
Yep.
Very basic. In through the bottom, out through the top. It tumbles perfectly. That's it. Just like crazy. Yeah. So
beautiful. That's gorgeous.
This whole system here. So 1, 2, 3 can do nearly 1,000 liters, give or take. Yeah.
Which is a sump as well, right? So you're bringing in the sumps.
Yeah. So this sump, we'd say this sump is good for 500 liters or so.
Yep.
So we tried to package it all together. Sump's optional, but a Delua life support system will be nutrient export, activated carbon, or charcoal, and either a Beckett skimmer if you needed the heavy load, or a needle wheel, which is we're giving away for the prize if it's just your normal reef tank.
So everything all in one.
Everything all in one, yeah.
Fantastic.
So a good pricing point for retail as well if you buy it all together. Again, the sump, we can do a good deal if you want that as well, but we understand that a lot of tanks come with sumps anyway. So this is just an added option. So
I think Pax Bellum is probably one of the my pick for the year of the most exciting product to come out. For me, or definitely the sexiest product as well. So it's gorgeous. And anyone that knows Anthony knows it's Mr. Delua, Mr. Illumagic, and those are Light Kings, and those into life support systems as well.
Yes.
So when are these going to be hitting the stores, man?
Mid-Feb, I'd say. February 2018.
Okay.
It's under production now. Got a large order of packs coming in, but obviously the stores grabbed a lot of them. So we're going to pretty much have to do an order straight away for more retail exposure. And the MRC as well, that'll be mid-Feb, hopefully.
Fantastic. So we'll be seeing plenty of products in Feb.
Yeah, definitely.
That's exciting. So life support systems are pretty sexy. Full acrylic sump.
Yes.
Which is pretty open as well, and you've got your dosing
effluent
holders there. And then just heaps of space for all your life support.
With this system, you no longer need a fuge, so hence all this extra space.
And then your return pump sits here, I'm assuming.
Exactly, You've got your micro bubble baffles there. Very simple system. Start with this and add as you go, or as you need. So start simple, do it right the first time, which is what we're trying to promote, and then add as you need. A couple of other cool little funky items that we're trialing. We'll be doing the random flow generators, which plugs onto any Aqua Ones, Cades, Red Seas. This is we've sold out now, but we've actually got Red Sea Reefer upgrade kits with full lockline tubing. They just click onto your outputs. These will be available hopefully mid-Jan, and quite a good pricing point as well.
So random flow generators, is that?
So instead of a unidirectional flow, no moving parts, it actually spits water out in all directions. And VGA is the company. They got some awesome YouTube promo videos.
Oh, cool.
And then
there's some other exciting stuff as well, man.
Yes, we're getting right into the whole fragging scene, especially with reef stock coming up next year. I think 2018 for the Australian.
We'll talk about that in a sec.
So 2018 for the hobby is going to be huge. Stores, distributors, hobbyists. It's going to be huge. Big year, a lot planned for 2018. And I think it's going to revolve around fragging and a lot of new products coming in. So we're jumping in with a lot of these handy little, cool little bits, again from the US. So it's just magnetic off the side of your tank. And you just plug your frag in there and then let the magnets hold it. They're really strong magnets. Obviously this is the dry side of the magnet, and your wet side is fully waterproof as well. And that'll just sit inside the tank.
Obviously sits on the outside.
Yes.
And that's on the inside.
Exactly. And you got all sorts of different shelf sizes. This is, again, the magnets are really strong. This is your nano type of stuff. Then you got your little sand bed frag racks too.
Yep.
Don't have an exact arrival time of this yet,
Yep.
but definitely next year sometime.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So a lot of products coming in next year.
Yes. A lot of
Now,
products.
tell us, reef stock. What's
Yes.
it all about?
It's happening.
Talk to us. Where is it? Who's going?
So
Or are you allowed to say who's going?
yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Everyone that has shaped this industry in Australia will be there. We've already, from the expressions of interest on Facebook, we're already at about 50% capacity. Already with all the sponsors that are here today and distributors, there's already been a lot of exposure to the booths and people asking information about it. We're welcoming all collectors, stores, distributors, hobbyists especially. It's about the hobbyist.
Yeah.
First ever wet frag show with products and equipment there as well.
Yeah.
Obviously Jake from Reef Builders has this show in the US.
Shout out to Jake from Reef Builders.
He'll be bringing it over here, and myself and Anya are looking to help him get more exposure with that. Yeah, it's gonna next year.
So
for,
it's not just a trade show. It's actually like
for hobbyists.
for hobbyists.
Yeah.
with
Bring cash, bring your
Yep.
credit card. You can buy equipment, you can
Yep.
buy frags. Stores can have their storefronts there. We're still working out the logistics of what tanks will be available.
Yep.
But there will be frag packs, there will be tanks, there will be salt water on hand. A proper frag show,
Yep.
American
Jake-
style
Jake will
frag
be
show.
there?
Of course, Jake will be there. Sanjay Yoshi from the US.
Yep.
I think Vincent Charlius from Bali Aquarium is also booked in as well, and we're also looking for a few Australian speakers. We don't want it to be fully US, a US show. It's
a
an Aussie
number
show.
of international guests.
Yeah, definitely.
Really
A lot of
exciting.
parent companies as well.
Yeah.
A lot of guys from the US want to be here, want an excuse to be here.
Yep.
Winter, tax return time, a month before MACNA.
Done.
Perfect.
So where is it?
Yeah. It's going to be at the Stanford Hotel, which is Sydney, literally across the road from the domestic airport.
Why Sydney?
Melbourne's cold, especially in August.
When?
It'll be, I think it's August 11 and 12, but all the details are on the Reef Stock event page. MAFA will be sharing, I'll be sharing, all the sponsors will be sharing. So just next year alone, you got Reef Stock, you got MACA, which is now in its 3rd or 4th year, and it's growing every year. Stephen has ideas for more shows like this. 2018 and beyond is going to be huge for the hobbyists and the stores.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So plenty of products to see in 2018 from Mr. Delua, the sexiest guy in the industry, let me tell you. Don't let Adam hear that, and he's outside so he can't hear me. But thank you very much for your time, man. Look forward to Reef Stock, man.
Thank you.
Excited.
Cheers.
So we've got George from Aquariums Australia. He's got something pretty exciting to show us. Is it set up yet, mate?
We got some pretty cool kit over here. Come and check
Fantastic.
it out.
Let's do it.
So we got a live demonstration of the Neptunian Cube right here at Nature Aquariums. This 3x2x2 size aquarium is completely kitted out with a custom sump. Multiple partition areas specific for application, dual filter socks, dual outlets, dosing pump connectors, cable tidies, and it's all made out of PVC, which ensures that you're not going to get any water swelling or any damage of
Ridiculous.
swollen over periods of time.
Solid, is that right?
Yeah, very solid. So for all intensive purposes, it looks like wood. You've actually got to see one in person.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know that it was PVC until you actually start tapping on it with a key and realise that it is.
So that sump is purpose built essentially for all products because it's got
Yep.
cutouts as well for the
Yeah,
skimmers, is that
exactly right? So we've got the covers
Yep.
on top here, and the protein skimmer, a 6-inch unit, fits nice and snug inside that cutout there.
Yep, that's insane. And can be color coded plumbing as well. Is it right that each series has a different?
There's
colour
a
plumbing?
couple of different series, yeah, most definitely. In the King series, it's all plumbed with red and white plumbing.
Yep.
And then actually you'll find the A series, it's also red and white plumbing.
Okay.
But they've got some featured blue LED lights.
Yep.
And an iPad that actually comes complete with the Oshi series.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So what does the iPad do?
The iPad is a controller for a Wi-Fi power board.
Oh,
that's
really?
inside there. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so you
insane.
can control different apps and turn your devices on and off via the mini iPad that
Yeah.
sits inside the front.
I'm going to say this is a pretty ridiculously sexy skimmer.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the sexiest kit I've ever seen in my life. I think it's gorgeous.
The Octo color codes really well with this whole system, and it just looks like a full customized style setting.
And we know, I don't care what people say, Reef Tanks is all about how sexy it is, right? Like the sexier it is, the happier you are.
Most
Boys
definitely.
and their toys, and girls as well, not to be sexist, but this is seriously one sexy piece of kit.
It's all about pimping your ride.
That's it. So what's the overflow like?
The overflow's got dual outlets inside it. So you've got a main outlet that comes down into two pipes that have got adjusters on the bottom, so it allows you to put back pressure up inside the overflow as a cancelling device. Yep. So like having a dorso, but without having the issues that you can have with the dorso with the breather hole getting blocked. And then therefore there's a secondary overflow pipe that's inside there, so when you're adjusting and closing the valves up on the relief into the sump, if you go too far and back it up too high, you'll start getting more noise coming out of the emergency overflow.
Yep.
And therefore you know to open it up just a little bit more to allow for some more flow.
Fantastic. And that's the max spec recurve on top of the tank.
It certainly is.
Which I've been hearing a lot about.
Yes.
It's pretty innovative light from what I understand.
It certainly is. The recurve we have adjusted here and connected it to the Synergy app. So we've got multiple lights. The ethereal that they're using up in the front of the store is also connected to this app, and then we've got the recurve that's down the bottom, and if you add more multiple devices, they'll all show up in that menu.
Yep.
So if we control...
Same app that I'm using.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the very latest version, the 1.3 version.
Fantastic.
So with
There's
here we can
LED
adjust.
strips on the side, is that right?
Correct. So the whole idea of this lighting system is to mimic almost like a metal halide T5 style output. So you've got your three clusters in the center there. That'll be your main driving power. Your multiple blue colorations with actinic coloration, and then you've got your white balance to come in on top of that. That'll give you your growth.
Yeah.
Besides those, we've got the strips on the side. The strips on the side have got 4 channels. We've got the actinic channel, we've got the blue channel, we've got the cyan, and then we also have the red. So it's almost a full RGB, but instead of having the white coloration, it's got the actinic element in it that keeps it more in a specific reefing spectrum.
Yep.
So the color balancing of this, you can really tune in the different 6 channels, use the manual settings to dial in the color appearance that you like, and from there you can record the percentages of the numbers.
Yep. And
then set up your automated programming with 24 time points of 6 individual channels to do your fade in, midday, fade out.
Yeah. So is the idea between having these flaps on the side here movable to be able to focus and change that spread of light? Or?
Most definitely. So I think one of the main attractions to the whole T5 lighting setting is that you're getting multiple points of source of lighting that's coming into the tank. Whereas with this light, we're now starting to achieve that with having 3 sources of light. So with the strips that are on the side, we can adjust the flaps in where those light curvatures now turn in and cross over. So we can intensify the par level in the depth of the aquarium by bringing the light sources and those waves closer in to cross over each other.
Yeah. Fantastic. Cool bit of kit.
Yeah, that's a full coverage light. This is the R690.
Yep.
So for all intensive purposes, a 3-foot light, which will easily mount with the standard brackets onto a 4-foot tank. And also with the 60 will mount on a 3-foot, and with the 120 will also mount on a 5-foot tank. In addition to that, you've got your holes at the top of the unit that you can utilise as a suspension kit and raise the light up above the aquarium. When it comes to working on the tank, we can simply just slide the light back to get greater access into the middle so we can put our hands in and move things around.
Perfect. And you've got other toys as well.
We do have a few more toys. This is the Fragnifier. The Fragnifier is a device we've featured once before. The Fragnifier has got a built-in frag rack with it that's removable. It also uses a Velcro insert on the inside that becomes a glass cleaner, so you can clean the section of glass prior to viewing that particular area. And we'll have a biological plug that's available shortly that will go into these holes here so you can mount your frags onto it. The other feature that I love about this Fragnifier is it doesn't matter. If we see it from the front, it doesn't matter if the object is sitting close or if it's sitting at the back of the aquarium. We still get excellent clarity. In addition with that, you can move as far as 20 feet away from the aquarium and you can see a magnified view through the Fragnifier of whatever's swimming past the inside. So it's one of the features of this unique design of the shape of the fragmifier. That it doesn't matter what depth.
Another sexy piece of kit as well.
Yeah.
So there's going to be plugs that fit that, did you say?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. The sample unit that we got had plastic plugs. The Max Spec were not happy with the plastic plugs, and they've gone back to design a bio plug, which will be available with the production model when they arrive in January.
Okay. And hey, speaking of bio, what else do you have to show us?
We've got 2 new products, which are the Nanotech Biosphere.
Yeah.
The Nanotech Biosphere, we've got ceramic balls, and then we also, it's actually porcelain. I shouldn't ceramic, porcelain, same sort of thing.
Same but different, I think.
Yeah, and then we also have the blocks. The blocks are going to be available as well.
Yeah.
With the blocks, you can pour water directly on the top of it, and the water will come straight through the other side without dripping over the side of the block. And then the porosity of the actual balls themselves is super porous.
Yeah.
So with these balls, we first do a demonstration of blowing straight through it. That one's been used before. Blowing straight through, and then we give it a very quick dunk in some water as quickly as we possibly can. And then we do that demonstration again.
All right.
So the porosity of this media is very, very porous. It literally soaks the water up like a sponge.
And that's commitment when you actually blow on fish water.
So one ball has a total surface area of 54 square meters, which is approximately 2.5 times the size of what you get out of a marine pure ball.
Oh, right. So that's got the most surface area
Certainly does.
media at the moment.
Yep.
At the moment, is that
Yes.
is that a claim you can make?
Yes.
That's crazy. Right, and that's available?
They will be
Soon?
available in January when our next shipment arrives as well.
Fantastic. So many cool products.
We've had a lot going on over the last couple of months. We've been super busy at organising and arranging different distributions and negotiating with companies, and I'm really, really proud of what we're delivering to the market at the moment. It's something I would choose personally as a hobbyist, and that's what I do. 20 years within the hobby. I love what I do. I love my fish tanks. I've done multiple tank journals in the past, and so when I look for product, I look for something that I'm going to use myself.
Fantastic. And that's so important, right?
Yeah,
And,
too right.
and that's really got to stem from like the people actually manufacturing the product as well. Like,
Yeah.
You can really tell companies that manufacture it as a hobbyist because they get it and they understand what people want.
Precisely
and then
right.
it just like progresses along to a distributor, then to the end consumer, right?
Yeah.
So you can really tell when a product has been made to like appeal to a hobbyist, whether it be like how it's set up or how it's designed or what
Yes.
comes with it. And I think it's great to see that, especially this Neptunian Cube coming through and all the other products that you got, are specifically targeted towards the end consumer, right?
Most definitely. That's,
Yeah.
sums like these are things that we've kind of dreamed about, and we've all looked at the images of customised sumps that are available on the market, but to integrate it into a full system and then go that extra mile where you've got the PVC cabinet, I think just ticks so many more boxes that just some of the other suppliers aren't doing at this time.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, George, for your time. Check out the Neptunian Cube series. There's one here at Nature Aquariums and all the other products behind here as well. But thank you very much, man.
You're welcome,
Have
David.
a good one.
Good to see you.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Arj.
Hey,
How you going, man?
good man. How are you?
Good. What have you got for us today?
What do you need?
I don't know. What have you... Don't go there. We're on camera. What have you got for us today? What have you brought with you?
We've got the Vitalis range. We've got a bit of rock.
This is, for anyone that doesn't know, this is Arj. And he's a distributor of probably some of the main products that a lot of people use. So he's going to run through and let us know what he's got.
All right. So we've got the real reef rock.
Yep.
It comes in base. It looks like that.
Which is man-made rock, right?
Absolutely man-made rock.
Man, you've got
it's
something new
100%
that comes with them as well, right?
The new product will be landing in mid-January.
Yep.
So that's a frag rock. Now, basically, whoever's fragging their corals, you'll have a frag plug. So the frag plug will go directly into the rock, and then you can glue the rock onto your reef.
You haven't got that here, though, have you?
No, we haven't. So we've got the branching, which looks like that, and we've got the plating that looks like that.
Yep.
You can use, something like the Aquaforest Stone Fix to stick them
Which
together.
Shane did a demo of before.
Absolutely. And then you've got
I think personally I prefer like man-made rock over live rock. I know that'll probably cause a little bit of shit, but
Oh, look, it's a preference because some people like the hitchhikers, most people don't.
Yeah.
And this way you know for a fact that your tank's going to be clean.
Yeah.
And it's a sustainable product. It's a
and you
man-made
can take your time
product,
doing
so-
your scape as well.
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest point for me. Like, I'm pretty indecisive when it comes to how it looks, and I spend like maybe a week trying to do my rock scape. as
Yeah,
people have
absolutely.
seen, and
You know, lay it out on the floor,
Yeah.
put the rocks down, and then scape it however you want.
then
take
change your mind
time.
and do it again.
Yeah, that's right. Change your mind, do it again.
Yeah, and then we got Vitalis food. Can you tell us a little bit about the Vitalis range of foods?
Right, so Vitalis is made in the UK
Yep.
and uses only human grade ingredients, which
Yep.
is the highest quality you can get.
Human grade ingredients, not humans,
Absolutely.
right?
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I don't know how that would go. But yeah, human grade ingredients.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other product that uses human grade ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
It's extruded at very low temperatures, which means that the vitamins and minerals are not cooked off or destroyed with high temperatures.
Yep.
So as a result, the pellets are also very soft,
Yep.
highly palatable. It comes in range of sizes.
Yep.
We've got the 1 mil, we've got the 4 mil, we've got a 6, you know, all the way to a 15 mil rope
Yep.
that the public aquariums use.
Fresh and marine, right?
Fresh and marine,
Yep.
absolutely. We've got a few differences with the fresh and the marine. The marine range doesn't have as many minerals because, as you know, most of the time the marine fish intake a lot of minerals from the water.
Yep.
So to compensate for that, the mineral content is lower than freshwater. But yeah, I mean, these are the raw
I'm
ingredients.
feeding Vitalis foods myself.
Awesome.
I got the LPS pellets.
Oh,
I
yep.
think you got some here, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I think the great thing about the LPS pellets is if you're actually feeding like a bigger trachea or a scully or something like that, you can actually, I hope you don't mind, but
Squash it together.
you can actually
Absolutely.
squash it into like one pellet essentially. So it's like that, instead of like having to sprinkle a whole load of small pellets to try and let it catch, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good thing too. I mean, you know, it's soft. And then we've got the anatomy pellets. These are all new. And and that's a 4 mil pellet, so which is slightly slightly bigger.
Yeah, okay.
So that has a really high protein content. As you know, obviously, you know, anemones when they feed, they take the fish or whatever whole. And this is our SBS coral food. So it's a powdered with a little scoop that you can use.
Yep.
And same with the soft coral food that we've got here.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that you'll notice about our foods is that, you know, they all look different. The texture is different when you feel them, and the color is different because obviously we use different ingredient quantities in percentages, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the,
I could smell the food.
absolutely,
as I walk past,
and that's one of the key things about our food. Another one is that we don't use spirulina in our marine range,
Yep.
because spirulina is found in freshwater. So we keep that to
Separate.
our freshwater range, and that's why if you have a look at our plague pellet, it's a lot more green,
Yep.
right? Absolutely. And even with our flake, you know, I know a lot of people don't like to feed flake, but you shouldn't discount it. Like, for example, our algae flake here, they come in big flakes, and you can actually see the ingredients on the flake,
Oh yeah.
right?
It
So
looks like a chip.
yeah, it does. And then, you know, you can get them in a big tub like that. They can get reasonably large, you know, and they're designed not to break up quickly in the water, so that if you do put it into the water, like so, it will hold its shape.
If it lasts long enough.
If it lasts long enough.
So they smashed it. That wasn't a very good example.
I know. It's like, I thought, okay, maybe we'll put it into a tank. There's not many fish.
Okay, but it actually holds together.
Yeah. It holds its shape. I mean, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. And maybe I'll put it into what tank won't eat it.
A bit of Siamese algae eaters, they'll be pretty slow.
Maybe not.
But it still holds together. And it sinks. Does it naturally sink?
Slowly, absolutely.
okay.
I mean, if you sit it on the surface of the water, it'll stay there.
Yeah.
But if you put it into the water, obviously it will sink. Yeah. And as you can see, it'll hold it. So if the water moves, it'll move through the water column like a piece of algae.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Until it gets munched on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. And is that like a little sampler pack there?
These are the raw ingredients.
Yeah.
So this is how everything is put together. So you've got the fish meal, which is Atlantic blue whiting. Do you want to take it out so you can see it? And then you got your shrimp, you got your mussel, you got your krill, you got your squid, you've got your minerals, which is called a wind swept grade, which is the finest grade you can get. So you won't get chunks of copper and stuff like that in the food, which is, but you know, it is essential. It's one of those minerals that essentially in a diet, but it's in such controlled small quantities that you know it goes into the fish food. So you got your vitamins, and obviously we use spirulina, and then this is we use 7 different types of seaweed in algae. You know, that's the coarse one, so you can see the different colors.
Yeah.
And obviously we use the fish oil. It's a combination of northern and southern hemispheric fish oil, so that you know it's a really nice blend.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so good for you. Just a shot of that in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bit of this, bit of the fish oil.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And then you got the Dr. Tim's range of products as well.
The Dr. Tim's range of bacterias and other products. So we've got the one and only, which is the nitrifying bacteria.
Yep.
We've got waste away, which is bacteria for removing nitrates and phosphates. You know, if you have detritus in your sump and stuff like that, it's the best one to use. Refresh is another bacteria to use in conjunction with waste away when you have algae issues. Right? It's another bacteria that will remove the algae from the surfaces. Eco Balance is a probiotic. Aqua Cleanse is a toxic ammonia oxidizer, so it's not a binder.
Yeah.
So most products, you know, are binders, which means that you've got to either remove it via a water change, or you know, if you leave it in there too long, the bonds will break and re-release the ammonia into the tank. Whereas the Aqua Cleanser is oxidizers. Clear Up is a natural flocculant, so if you do a water change and your tank is a little bit cloudy and particles flowing, you can put that, and it does not have any aluminium because obviously aluminium is harmful for fish.
And it binds everything to clarify.
That's right. So what it does is, idea is that it binds it, make it into like a clump, and then it'll remove by the mechanical filtration of your. Yep, absolutely. So we've got the reef range, the freshwater range, and we've got the pond range too. Right. So. Yep.
You got those, and you got the
and we got the Rosemonts. Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about Rosemont.
So Rosemont is a relative...
Steve uses him in his tank out the front, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, he does. So these are AC pumps that are fully controllable. Sorry about the... So that's what it looks like. Comes in a really nice package. But they're affordable AC pumps that they are fully controllable. So if you don't want to control them, fine. You know, they will run normal to the rating. They're made in Italy, 3-year warranty. Really nicely made, you know, slim design, and they're bringing out more and more innovative products. They're primarily AC, but you can control them, which means that, you know, if you want to have the wave motions, you buy the controller and then you can control it individually from your laptop, your tablet, or your phone. They are bringing out a AC controlled pump too, so a return pump, and they're looking to add to that product set. So they're wanting to do lighting, they're wanting to do auto feeders, even underwater cameras. So all these devices, absolutely. All these devices controlled by the one waver, and then you control it using your phone.
Right.
Yeah. You know, it's really good for freshwater and marine. A lot of the freshwater tanks, you still need water movement. You'll see lots of really nice scape tanks. We'll have, you know, 1 or 2 Rosemonts here and there placed to move the water. That also helps to, you know, not for the algae to not latch onto the plants.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then you're Mr. We're going to look at your breast for a second here.
Oh, the Abyss pumps.
It is too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like real deal good shit.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Powerful, efficient, and silent.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not you in bed. It's the pump, right?
Powerful, yeah, absolutely. You got it right. Powerful.
But you don't
efficient.
have the pump here.
I do not.
No,
I do not.
Shame. But a bit like I'm sure people know a business probably like the bee's knee. The only
Bee's
pump
knees
in
are
the
pumps.
industry has a 10-year warranty.
Absolutely,
with
fully controllable,
a legit warranty.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
you know what? It's the only pump that can boast the head height that it delivers.
Yeah.
I've got one running on an 8x3x2 freshwater tank, so that's an A200. Only the maximum power usage is 200 watts,
Yeah.
but it's running at 83% of it. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah. It's,
Okay.
you know, you can't say much more
That's
than
gotta
that.
be like, the pump speaks for itself. Really.
Absolutely.
You can see biz and everyone just knows, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fantastic.
there was I think the fish tank guys, they did a test where a head height test,
Yeah.
and even a 1 horsepower pump couldn't compete with the A400,
Yeah.
which is a 400 watt pump. But
Yeah, okay.
So it was really good.
That's crazy. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No,
man.
thank you very much, man.
Speaking of, anyone that hasn't checked out the range of Vitalis foods, make sure you check it out because I highly rate it. And anyone setting up a new tank, real reef rock is probably going to be the way to go because sustainable is the way of the future of this hobby. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Alright, so we got another stand here which is ABS Technologies, which is a distributor of some marine aquarium products. We got David here from ABS and he's going to run through some of the stuff that he's got on show here. So, hi, how you going?
Thank you, David.
Fantastic. What have you got for us?
Yes, we're just here at Nature Aquarium, just showing a very small sample of what we have. One of the newer products is the Focustronic light. This is in demonstration mode at the moment, but the idea of the Focustronic is it actually replicates as closely as possible the angle of the sun from dawn to dusk. So this is in demonstration mode where a day takes about 10 seconds, but that's the
The
light.
light actually tilts and moves?
Light actually tilts and moves, and we're now getting into daylight mode. So as the day progresses, the angle of the sun changes, and the idea of this is it gets under the ledges. With overhead lights you have direct light from the top down, but getting under the ledges of a reef aquarium is one of the things. So we're now getting towards the end of the day, we're into moonlight mode, and our very fast day is just about over.
So it's just trying to replicate something as natural
That's
as
right,
possible.
that's right.
From the sun naturally
the angle of the
progressing
sun.
over.
That's right. We're the lighting central sort of thing because we have the very successful and very popular lighting systems from Giesemann. This is the Giesemann Verve. We've sold a lot of these. They're a very versatile unit. All one needs to purchase is one master. The master can be controlled here or via a tablet PC or an iPad. And then if you have an aquarium that needs more of these, the master will immediately transfer the program to the slaves. So this is one of the Verves. They'll suspend by cables or an aquarium mounting kit.
So the Verves are built for like slightly smaller tanks, is that right?
Verves are built for anything from a tank this size up to a tank 4 or 5 metres long. You just keep adding Verves.
Yep,
They just sit next to each other with the master controlling the lot.
Okay.
And then we have something that's even more up to date as far as the latest is concerned. The Verves have been out for a little while. They're a great light. They're our #1 seller. This is a new system also from Germany. This is along the lines of design your own light. This is a demonstration kit. Basically you take the light panel of your choice as far as colour is concerned, and then you build your own lighting system with it. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Blues, reds, greens, daylights, warm whites, etc. And these just screw onto a profile which has a power bus running underneath, and you can choose to fully populate it. These modules come in shorter or longer, up to 4 metre lengths, and if you have an aquarium that's wider, then of course you'd run 2 side by side, so you can design your own lighting
So you can
system.
just decide, pick your own part.
Absolutely, and if something changes, which is not anything like a remote possibility in the way that LEDs are developing, new technology comes out, put a new one in there, you've got the latest. No need to dispose of your old lighting system. You can just update it yourself.
I see.
That's a
What's
great-
that light called?
This is the daytime. It's the new modular light system from Germany.
I see. That's really interesting.
Yes, so that's a great system.
Yeah. And what sort of depth penetration can you get with that light?
They're good for about 750, 800 millimetres.
Depth?
That's right.
Oh, right.
So
Okay, so it's got a decent bit of penetration in
It's a
it.
focused light, like LEDs.
Yeah, okay.
They don't waste energy with lenses. It's the LED sealed behind a film.
Yeah.
So there's no wasting of energy with lenses and filters and things. As long as the surface is kept clean, you get the full light.
Fantastic.
So that's just a very small sample of the lighting system. But over here, Deltec would be probably in the marine side our strongest range. Deltec are the world leaders in skimming technology. They've been around for a long time and they just keep getting better and better. They keep innovating. These are the new range which have a boil over prevention system in them, so if a sump pump fails and the sump level comes up, the skimmer will not boil over. It will automatically compensate for that and shut down the air supply. So that's a nice innovation. The other thing about Deltec is we have people that typically when a shop that's not totally au fait with them rings, they said, we've got an aquarium job we're doing and we need a skimmer this size. We say, hang on, that skimmer is twice the size you need. Oh yes, but we need to upsize to make sure it's enough. Not with Deltec.
Okay.
Deltec design their skimmers to perform to the aquarium size they specify.
Yeah.
The last thing we want is people buying a skimmer in the Deltec range that's too big and then saying, oh, my corals are going backwards because it's over skimming, it's taking all the trace elements out.
Yeah.
A Deltec skimmer, if it says it's good for 600 litres or 1200 litres, it's good for 1200 litres or 600 litres. So there's a saving there as well. You don't need to buy the next one or two models up, which tends to be, from what I pick up today, the norm. People overspec.
So these are the newest ones, is that
These
right?
are the newest ones. These are the new Deltecs.
Yeah.
Electronically control the pump, so again you can adjust the capacity of the skimmer.
Yep.
The other nice feature with the new ones is you can basically build your own. Again, if you find that this adjustable water outlet is on the wrong side in your sump, move it over here. Done. And this is the overflow tube. So it may be that your sump is oriented this way and you want it at the front rather than having to reach behind. So you can swap those around to suit yourself. That's a nice little adaptation.
Yep.
And the water goes under. That plate is actually a two-part plate with a cavity. The water travels through the plate up into the skimmer. So a nice indication.
Interesting. Yeah.
Giesemann, we've got a fantastic range of the new Giesemann test kits. Giesemann have been renowned for many, many years for their quality of lighting. Now they're becoming very quickly renowned for their quality in test kits. So this is just the start. Watch the space guys, but so far we've got 11 in the Giesemann range. Calcium, KH, magnesium, potassium, iron, iodine, nitrite, nitrate, phosphate, of course pH, and of course ammonia.
Fantastic.
There are more coming.
And you got internal skimmers there as well, I see? from
These
Deltec?
are all internals. There's also the external range and there's hang-on range. This is a nice little feature from Deltec, a manual cleaning system. It's so simple once you see it. Well, why didn't we think of this years ago? If you want to clean the cup, just cleans the inside of the cup. That's it, done.
Done. Boom.
Can come in an automatic cleaning module, a motorised unit which flushes the cup clean, but this is for $150, a much cheaper option.
Fantastic.
So that's just a very small part of the range from ABS Technologies Marine. Wormex, we were talking about bristle worms getting into aquariums. They're okay in small quantities maybe, but certainly if you leave them to themselves they'll breed. For a simple device like this, it's amazingly effective, and it's $20.
Yeah.
$20. We sold quite a
Bristle
few
worm
of
catcher
those.
essentially.
Absolutely.
One way in, no way out, sort of.
Well, two ways in and no ways out.
Yeah,
They
okay.
can get in both ways, so it's very effective. We had a bit of an infestation. We were waiting for these to arrive. Put it in there one night. In the morning, it was full.
Yeah.
Absolutely effective.
Fantastic, because they wouldn't be easy to catch.
We could make a feature film out of what we have,
Yeah.
but that'll do for you.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Good to see there's a couple of products. Now, the Focustronic is really interesting.
Yes.
In regards
Something
to the light,
quite
because there's no
different.
other light that actually moves around like that.
That's right.
And you're actually giving away one with the K tank.
That's right. Yes, we've agreed to give one of these with the Kate Aquarium when it's set up tomorrow.
Fantastic.
So some lucky person will get the entire aquarium system.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's really exciting. So the K tank that they're giving away is the one behind here, which we'll go through a little bit later, which has got a full sump system in there and reactors and skimmers and the Focustronic light. But thank you very much for your time, Dave. All the best with everything you're doing. Good to see there's some really cool products coming out.
There are. Okay, thank you.